big bite and takes the whole front end of the clam or peanuts or whatever it is gone instantly. You know, I would never want to be married to her or be her boyfriend, because if she can sit there and do that in one bite, oh my God.
I got to tell you what, you never can judge a book by its cover, because when she comes on, you think, oh, this little shy little Japanese girl, and next thing you know, they shows the pans down to what's on the plate, and she just picks up and goes to town. I mean, she tears that stuff, shells and all with that stuff.
Well, think about it, though. If you're looking to get sick, I mean, you're eating stuff that's not cooked. It has full of bacteria. Who knows what else it could be infected in? You're eating it raw, and on top of it, you're eating it while it's alive. Scary. Again, I was reading here last night. In China, in the Philippines, Vietnam, I know that for a fact. You go in there, and you realize how much a dog could cost and a cat would cost if you wanted to have it consumed. A cat and a dog can bring up to $5,000 US.
Oh boy, that just makes me sick to even think about that. But that's awful. And we talked about it before with the connection with aliens. We eat everything. You said it.
We do. But can you imagine how cruel we are? And then people say, oh, aliens can't be cruel. But, I was also watching this video late. I couldn't sleep last night. And I was watching all this stuff because it's kind of entertaining. And some of it just makes you sick where you can't sleep after you watch it. Where they sit there and basically take like a flamethrower to dogs and cats and cook them alive. Or they take a dog, for example, a small dog, and drop it in, boiling water while it's alive. Oh. Now, if we do that on this planet, if there is people that do horrible things like that, then you think what aliens would be maybe doing to us if we don't think about our fellow creatures. You think that aliens are coming down here giving off orbs that go up your neck and say, I love you? I just don't find that. It scares me. Because
go ahead, Gary.
I just also wanted to shout out to Barbara, that Barb is on here on chat. She's one of the lucky ones that can figure out how to get on chat. That's why everybody instant messages me or sends me emails. They can't figure out how to get on this chat with Speaker. But again, you think about this. Aliens coming down here, if we sit there and take animals and cook them alive, okay, do you think they're not going to think of? I mean, think what they maybe do, like with us, with the human mutilations and all this other stuff that goes on. It can be extremely even more worse. I don't think it could be any worse than what we do. I mean, seriously. You think about if you take anything from a crab or you take a lobster and you drop it in boiling water and it's alive and you're killing it. We're not thinking much of the creature. What they do to cattle, for that nice T-bone steak you have. Okay? It's scary. It's what we do to our own animals on our own planet. We're not humane. So if these aliens are coming down on our planet, you think they're going to be humane?
No,
you think they're going to reach in some woman and take her eggs and stuff like that with her permission? Which, again, I had a lot of people come back to me and say, hey, Gary, what you said makes sense. And what I said the other night was, why would they go and take sperm from men and eggs from a woman when all they need is a piece of dead skin, a piece of hair that has the, root on it? Because the hair itself, they can't take DNA from, but they need the root to be able to do it. Or something else. But they don't need to go through and take the eggs. They don't need to take sperm. That's just our own thinking of our own intelligence. That's what we come up and think. Oh, they have to take the eggs and sperm. No, they don't. For DNA to do whatever they're doing, they don't need it.
That's true. Very true. And it also reminds me of that one caption with the picture. The guy's got a fisherman. He's returning a fish. He catch and release. And do you think that when the fishes get thrown back by the fishermen, they swim around yelling about, hey, the alien abductions, and all the other fishes stop talking to them? Now, remember, those are the ones that got thrown back. Remember what Terry Lovelace seen on that ship?
Yeah, what he saw was a people naked and hearing horrible screams of pain from people. That's scary.
Yeah, oh boy, that was scary. Boy, every time he tells about that event, it's just mind blowing. It sends chills up your spine. And the thing is, the horror of it. He's in a long conveyor belt, and he's in there for minutes, and he can't move, and he's naked. Now, when you're naked in a craft, for one, taken against your will, and you hear all these people, and you see them in their misery, being terrorized and tortured, and you can't move nothing but your eyeballs, and at the end of that conveyor belt waits your turn.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Soylent Green, that's what's going to, maybe they're making Soylent Green from these people. Do you know what, James? Trucker mom gives birth in New York, truck stop, to a baby girl.
Oh, wow. That is something, because when you're on the road and you're giving birth, that's dangerous for everybody involved. That's a miracle that it come out okay.
Yeah. Well, a pickup truck fatally strikes a trucker who was standing on the steps of his rig along a Florida interstate. My heart goes out to his family and to other truckers that knew him.
Oh, yeah, definitely, for sure.
I don't know. But, that's the things that kind of like, when you think about aliens, abductions, and how cruel we are as a civilization, it scares me.
It does scare me because, again, when you touch on they don't need our eggs, even, they're so far advanced, maybe all they do need is a hair. We're thinking our terms. And the thing is, they're so far advanced, they know our ethics and morals, and they know it's not, taking us against our will is not something that is nice. They would have to know that just by being that far advanced, I would think.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know who our guest at the top of the hour is going to be tonight?
Yeah, it's Barry Taft. And Barry Taft is an amazing man. I've looked up to him since I was a little paranormal person way back when, and I followed him a long time throughout the years. He's in UCLA, he went to parapsychology. He's really put science and paranormal on the map.
Oh, yeah, and don't forget, he investigated more than 4,500 cases of ghosts and hauntings and poltergeists and all that. And he also was one of the first ones with the military to later, remove remote viewing. Did you know that? Yeah,
and he was with a couple famous cases there, the Entity and the San Pedro haunting.
Oh, yeah. And also he was an expert for a couple movies, giving them guidance on how making a movie. Well, a driver was caught using the carpool lanes again. His passenger was not a human. It was a skeleton dressed up as a human. People try everything from blow-up dolls to skeletons trying to get into that fast lane without pain.
Yep, they used to do that when I lived on the East Coast. They would catch people all the time in the carpool lane. They put mannequins in there or whatever it was, and it was comical. They had one on the news, the cop had pulled him over, a state trooper, and he's got these mannequins with wigs on them and everything else in the carpool lane. It was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Elephants escape a circus in Russia. Not for mistreatment, not for starvation, but to go play in the snow.
They like the snow. That's something you don't see much, is elephants in snow. I never really thought about that.
Well, could you imagine you're a big elephant and you have never seen snow in your life?
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to get between the elephant and the snow, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the guy who found $27,000 outside of a Michigan credit union got a reward of 10%. That's not a bad reward.
$2,700.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Well, gee, we're coming close to break here tonight. Also, for any truckers out there, again, if you got a story, a scary story, something maybe it happened when you're doing a long haul late at night. Maybe you saw a hitchhiker, you picked him up, and you were, talking and conversing back and forth for a few minutes, and then you look at him or her, and then they were gone. They vanished out of your cab. You pull over and check the back of your sleep part of your cab, and they're not there. You scratch your head and wonder, well, where did they come from? Well, the dead giveaway, if they were wearing clothes that were outdated by 10, 20, 30, or 50 years, I don't know. I wouldn't pull over and pick them up. But you can kind of hold of us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com. You can contact us again at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com. I'd love to hear any scary stories while you're doing a long haul. Now, it might take a day or two for me to get back to you, but, I will certainly respond to your email.
Yeah, how about the trucker a year or so ago that told you about he was driving along, I believe, in West Texas out there in the desert highway and seeing a cow being lifted up into a light and dropped back down?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. He was going into the desert, and he just kind of, noticed a light out of his, driver cab side window, and he looks, and he saw this bright light. And then he sees a cow going up towards the light. And what he said, he didn't see any ropes, chains, or anything. And it was really scary. The cow was going up head first, up in the sky, in this bright light.
That would be, I tell you what, that'd be hard to focus on driving if you seen that. I could just see me running off the road.
Well, what he did, if I remember right, he said afterwards he decided he was not going to make any more long hauls late at night. That was it. It scared him enough.
Yeah, I guess so. My goodness. I don't know if you've ever been out West Texas, but there's some stretches of highway. It's nothing but desert.
Oh, yeah.
And to see that, yeah, that would, because there's nobody to help you. There's nothing out there. You're trapped.
Yeah, some of the weather conditions across the United States is really bad. And you have to give a big shout out to these truckers, hauling their stuff. Without them hauling their stuff, you might not have that big new TV you wanted in your living room, or you might not be eating those potato chips you like while you're watching a movie on that big screen you just got. But a pileup involving multiple semis caused a heavy traffic backups for more than hours and hours on I-70 back here on January 20th.
Nice. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff formatted toward truckers and their travel and some paranormal stuff mixed in. So, I'm looking forward to it, especially, and I think, isn't Tom out there too?
Well, Tom's out there right now, or he was today, giving out his new CD and, telling the truckers, well, tune in to Night Dreams Talk Radio. We'll be back after the break. You're listening to Gary on Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark.
You and I, living in the strangest of times, on my hill, watching while the cities rise from the collapse that we left when the sun beat it down to the valley. Oh, living in the strangest of times, you and me, watching while the cities rise and fall like rain. Seems that I knew you before, but when I knew you then. Funny how the colors bend when lifetimes start to blend. And we've been spinning mysteries Bandana. Oh, living in the strangest of times.